Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to talk about how to become an au pair. So I have everything written down right here, everything that I need to look at. I'm sorry if I constantly look down, it's because I have everything written down. It's what are the steps to actually become an au pair. I know it's kind of confusing, maybe, at least it was confusing for me and some of my friends, the process itself, and we didn't have anyone who could help us with the understanding how long it would take, or how many weeks it will take us, and besides that, what were the things that we needed to give the company in order for us to become au pairs. So that is what we're going to talk about. So the first thing is, of course, talk to the company. Either go to one of the meetings, like one of the information meetings that they host. I think they host one once a week or twice a week. I don't really know. I'm going to talk about from Culture Care. I am an au pair from Culture Care. The first thing that I did was go to an information meeting. I started Googling everything. I started searching online how the process will look like, but I was not really sure about it. And besides, I wanted to make my parents not be so paranoid about me going to another country by myself. My parents, they didn't believe that the company was real, so I made them come with me to one of the information meetings that they hosted. And well, that is the step number one. Then what follows is you have to pay the fees, the program itself, which is, I think it's around $600 or $700. At least that was what it was for me. I don't know in any other countries, but at least in Argentina, that's what I had to pay. Then it followed that I had to make an application, online application, which was going to be the application the families would see once I was available in the web page. Once you've submitted this application, Culture Care, or I think the company, is going to go through it, and they're gonna check on it, and they're gonna tell you what are the things that you need to change, or what are the things that do not make sense. They're going to help you as much as they can. So that's the second thing that I did. So I paid for my fee, I submitted my application, and after that I had to make a lot of things. So I had to have an interview with Culture Care, an interview that's half in Spanish and half in English. They just ask you a few questions about how, your experience with kids, why you decided to become an au pair, what are the things that you think a family would benefit from having you. So those kind of things those are really easy questions, and once you've done the interview, you're in. You're not in the web page, but you're closer to that step. So third thing that I did was the interview. Now we move to number 4, which is the paperwork. Those are a lot of things to give to the company. You have to send a bunch of things. One of those stuff is your driver's license. And after you've given them your driver's license, you have to also know, they have to know that you have your international one. It's not that you have to go and send it to them, but you just have to let them know that you have it. The process to make your international license, at least for me, it was super easy. You have to go to an office and they just translate your license. Then you need your high school transcript, a doctor note saying that you're okay. After you have all the paperwork, the payments, and the application ready, and it's time for you to prepare to find a host family, which is the most exciting part. That usually doesn't take long. Well, in my perspective, in my case, it didn't take long. There are some girls that search for au pair, for families, host families for months. I don't know why. I think it's because they started looking for families way too early. And every process is different for everyone, but in general it doesn't take long. Let's talk about your online application. You just have to fill a few questions, like why you want to become an au pair, your childcare experiences. You have to have some references, personal references, like someone who knows you as a person. It cannot be your family. So I chose one of my teachers to be one of my personal references, and then there are like the childcare experience references, which you have to have I think up to 3. Those are up to 3 references, and you have to have more than 200 hours of childcare experience in order to become an au pair. So you need personal references and childcare experience references. So after that, you need to make a video presentation. You just have to make a video to the families, for them to know you a little bit more. I think it's a video that do not have to be longer than 2 minutes. You only have to say who you are, where you're from, why you decide to be an au pair, things like that. Just introducing yourself so the family could know what are the things that you're into, and for them to have a little bit like an idea of how you look like or how you feel or whatever. I am going to upload my video presentation maybe later. Once your application is submitted and complete with all the pictures, you have to upload some pictures about you and your family, you and your friends, you taking care of kids, whatever. You just need to put pictures in your profile and the video, and then answer some questions. And then besides that, Culture Care goes through your application again, and they tell you which are the things that you need to change in order to have more families to just look at you, to be more interested in you. One of the things that Culture Care has is that you can choose how many children you want to take care of and the ages. So in my profile, I put that I wanted to take care of kids who were older than 3 and up to 3 kids. And all the families that I got were 2 kids. And they were really like from 6 to 8. Those were like the first families. Then I got kids from 3 to 4, and then my family, my host family, which are kids from 4, like they're 4 and 7. So you can really just put all the details, everything that you want on the page before your application is submitted. You get the chance to choose not the state where you live, but you get the chance to choose how many kids and how old they should be. Then finally, you're going to get an email from Culture Care explaining the next steps and that you are officially in the website for the families to contact you. I remember that the first day of getting the email, I was like checking on the website every minute. I couldn't just stay away from the computer. Like the only things I used to do is like stay this close to the phone or the computer, just checking and checking again to see if I had matches. And I had 4 matches. I think I explained it before, but I'm gonna be more detail on how many kids and the ages of the kids. So first match was the first week that I was into the website, that I was posted in the website. First family was from New York. One of the girls was 12, the other one was 9. So second family was 3 days after that, and they were from Texas. Kids were 3 and 4. Third family was a day after that same match. And it's my current host family, and they were 2 kids of 4 and 7. And then I got a 4th match because I wasn't decided. Like my host family, my actual host family, back those times when they were interviewing me, they were not set on an au pair. They haven't decided yet, so I kept on searching just in case they didn't choose me. And my fourth match was a family from Ohio, and they had 3 girls, and they had 2-year-old triplets. And I know that there are a lot of videos out there that says do not go for 2-year-old triplets, like they're not for everyone. And I think Cultural Care actually tells you. I've heard a lot, like in the Cultural Care back home, I've had this person that used to just talk to me and inform me about everything. She kept telling me 2-year-old triplets are not for everyone. And they were so cute, but still I couldn't, I don't think I could have done it with 2-year-old triplets. So yeah, I think those were all my matches. Those were all my possibly host families, and it was all in a matter of 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I got my final match at the end of the 2 weeks. But once you cut the family, once you've decided to match with a family, they have to send you an email that says, hey, we want you as an au pair. And you say yes. They contact Cultural Care and say, hey, we want this girl as an au pair or this boy as an au pair. And Cultural Care just immediately, like, it could take some days. It took a long time for me to finally say this is my host family. Like, it took me a while to be out of the website, and I got the mail from Cultural Care saying that I've got a family, that I had a match, and that I needed to do some paperwork. So after you've got your family, you are pulled out of the website, so no more families can see you, and you have to do your visa. That's the time when you have to do all the paperwork that get you ready to become to States. And it's a lot. Like, I remember that I had to run from one place to another, and it was a lot of things. And I was 18, and it was like, what am I doing this? Like, I'm doing grown-up stuff, like, I'm 18. And I'm doing grown-up stuff. I'm 19 right now. I mean, I'm taking care of kids, but whatever. I chose this. So that's basically it. Like, that's all you have to do to become an au pair. That's all the process, really detailed. But I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get another video, I think, for this week, sometime this week. I don't know what's going to be about, but just check. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next one.